I forgot I did that. Welcome one, welcome all to the second round of a game I've thoroughly enjoyed since being introduced to its series, Rhythm Heaven Fever. The second in the current trilogy of its games, starting with Rhythm Heaven for the DS and moving on to Rhythm Heaven Megamix for the 3DS. We have the only of the three that is on console. If you've not seen this game before, then you're in for a pretty big treat. This game's pretty dang awesome, and it works out great for me because I just got done from taking a nap, and then I ended up chugging one of these little Starbucks Frappuccino things, so I'm somewhere between completely conked out and eventually going to be wired. So that'll be fun. So today we're here just kind of redoing the game from scratch, starting a new game, and really it doesn't matter what level pick. Since we have a grandma, I feel like we need a grandpa. I feel like that's just the only way it's going to work. So if you've not seen a Rhythm Heaven game before, the idea is it's basically a timing/reaction game. If you're not good with rhythm, this game will make you good with rhythm. And of all the Rhythm Heaven games to play first, this is probably the one I would recommend. It's harder to master, but easier to learn than its counterparts are. So the first thing that they'll have you do is they'll make you play this rhythm test. Sadly, there's no way to skip it, so you have to press A in time with the signal. And just get used to hitting the correct beat. Like so. So it'll show if you got a lot of marks above the line, you're pressing the button too early. If there's a lot below the line, then you're pressing it too late. If you're on the line, then that means you are doing well. I guess in my case, that means I'm probably doing well since I only missed 4 out of, I'm going to assume that's about 15. So now they're going to have you start doing a little bit of a timer thing. Yep, let's do it. And if you think this test will never come up again, believe it or not, in the last song of the game, it actually does come up again. So and there we go. If mark's close to center line, that means you're good at maintaining the rhythm. Now, usually you're not going to have giant pauses like that, and I wanted to be quiet to kind of bring that home. Most of the time the pauses are going to be pretty short, and obviously there's going to be music playing in the background, so if this seems a little weird to you, I promise you the entire game does not play like this. The songs are quite catchy, and they will get stuck in your head quite easily, I might add. It's not important how well you did in the test. Yeah, that's true. As long as you have fun, that's the main thing. And the fact that, you know, your rhythm will get better if it started out bad. My first one that I did of that, I don't think any of them even got remotely close to the line. Most of them I hit way too early. The test just now, you only had to press A. Some of the other games are a bit trickier. Sometimes you need to press A and B at the same time. Usually that's for some kind of alternate movement, but we'll get into that when a game actually does that. For now, we're going to start with the first game, Hole in One. You know what will really improve your golf game? Timing your swings to music. Now I'll show off a little bit of the tutorial for each game, but I'm not going to go all the way through, because really the best way to watch the game being played is just to watch the proper thing. If you're coming here for watching how to play the game specifically, I'll sort of explain it during the tutorial, but when it comes to the actual game, I'm probably going to be quiet so you can hear the music. This game, you'll just press A to hit the ball as it flies towards you. Here we go. So the timing is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And this part will intentionally be tough because there's no music playing, so the 1, 2, 3 will sound better when there's music with it. One, 2, 3. One, 2, 3. And of course, because this is the first game, 1, 2, 3 is all you're gonna need. Hello! This is my friend Mandrill. He's a mandrill. Really? I thought he was a rhino. Can't do it like that, Mandrill. It's hard to hit the ball if you just fling it with no warning. You have to give a cue or something. Oh, right, yeah. Sorry about that. Forgot it's your first time playing. Yeah, sure, if you say so. This time we'll give you a good cue. Let's try again. One, 2, 3. So Mandrill will switch off and toss balls at you, okay? And there you go. That's basically it for this first one. Nice and simple. Practice is over. Now let's do the real thing. And there you go. So after you finish a stage, it will give you one of 3 scores. This one actually doesn't grade you on a scale of 1 to 100. Rhythm Heaven Megamix will, so you can see exactly how well you did. But you'll either be given Try Again, which means you need to play the stage again, Okay, which does not get you the medal, as you can see at the bottom. For Superb it does, but it will be enough to advance to the next stage, and Superb will get you the medal. And the medals are important for unlocking little bonus features, but more importantly, if you have a Superb medal in a stage, the option for a Perfect will come up at random times, which is where you can go for the final one, a Perfect. But your first time playing each stage, you're only going to get those 3 options. It's either going to be Try Again, Okay, or Superb. Championship title? Yeah, that's true. Tiger Woods ain't got nothing on this guy. There's no way Tiger Woods has ever hit that many hole-in-ones in a row. There's no way. The cafe is now open. The barista is quite friendly and waiting to meet you. That's not creepy at all. Welcome to the cafe. It's your first time here? Silently just open for the day. We'll talk more later. Come back soon. You see, I can talk to them for kind of hints. Most of the time it's pretty much useless stuff, but occasionally you might get something decent. And then, besides the rhythm test, which I've already done, listening to music and reading something, you can unlock these by getting perfects in games. Sometimes it's just the actual music for the game, sometimes it's the lyrics, because some later stages will have lyrics to songs, etc. Screwbot Factory. Robot assembly is a precise task. You'll need to tighten the final screw just the right amount. I'm not as big a fan of this one as Hole-in-One, but it's still alright. It's not hard or anything, it's just don't really care for the music for this one. One, two, three. So, for this one, again, it's going to be pretty simple. It'll be these robots, and then the smaller robots will just be half the beat. 1, 2. It's probably closer 1.5, but 1, 2 is easier to say. And since I gotta do it at least once, murder the robot! Alright, let's skip to the real game. And there we go. Done. Quality report. You finished the gray robots well, and the white robots passed inspection. Marvelous. Let's go protect the world. One robot at a time. You unlocked rhythm toys. That doesn't sound awkward at all. Collect medals to play with more toys. So this is one of the things you get by getting enough medals, is you can get these other things: rhythm fighter, hi-hat, police call, toy car, etc. You can also unlock playing endless games of certain stages and endless ones of certain stages that are not in the main game. There's stuff from either the first one or just flat out brand new stuff. Seesaw. The Seesaw inspectors are here doing important work to ensure the safety of our children. Serious business, you know, no shenanigans. Yeah, clearly not when you see how this one works. If you've seen any content from Rhythm Heaven before and you're not quite sure if it's from Rhythm Heaven or not, you've probably seen modded versions of this stage in particular. A lot of people have made some really good ones of this. Welcome to Playground Safety. We're going to inspect the Seesaw. The moment you land, press A, and it's pretty much as simple as that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Checking the inner part too. You won't go as high, so it will be faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's pretty much it for this one. Alright, let's do it. And then suicide, because why not? I guess. I don't know. Those are some happy landings. Your high jumps were impressive. Thank you. I even put on my high jump boots from Super Metroid just to do it. So I do like that one more than Screwbot Factory, but not quite as much as Hole in One. You unlocked endless games. See how far you can get. Well, probably not to the end, seeing as they're endless. And double date. It's the first date with the girl of your dreams. Also, some weasels are on a date. Don't let the double date be ruined by flying balls. Yeah, it's a problem I constantly find as well. I would say I like this one not as much as Hole in One, about the same as Seesaw, and more than Screwbot Factory. A lot of people I've showed this game to really like this one because it's a very nice and slow one. It would make a good one to start the game with rather than Hole in One, but, you know. Hey you, yeah you, the human. So listen, I have a date coming over soon, and I have a huge favor to ask you. If the stray ball comes our way, can you kick it? One, two. So this one you'll actually have 3 different types of rhythms you have to pick out. Luckily, they're all very clear. And then the basketballs that do a half beat. 1, 1, 2. And then lastly, the footballs, which you'll just see how they work. I don't want to spoil everything for you. touchdown. The football's the most distracting thing in that one just because of watching what happens in the background. It's the worst. It's so easy to get distracted. Astute watchers of the Weasels and or listeners will note that there were some times where the soccer balls went offbeat, as where they actually like jumped up into the air aside from the footballs. But this starts to show you the main trick of the game, and that is your ears will not deceive you, but your eyes most definitely will. And if you haven't figured that out from Doubleday, you will in the second column when you get to a stage called Air Alley. For now, it's time for remix, though. Let's mix things up. This one's got a tropical vibe like a musical vacation. There's no practice on this one, so be ready. So after clearing 4 stages, the 5th one will be a remix, which is going to be a mix-up of the first 4 that you just played in that set. So let us begin. Hello. This is where I mix up everything you've done so far. It's easier if you just relax into the rhythm, so have fun. Another touchdown. Marvelous. That was great. Really great. Yeah, that one will trick you sometimes. Sometimes if you know you're kind of on the borderline between superb and okay, it might say something like, that was great, really great. But still just okay. Meaning that you were probably very close to getting the superb, you just missed it by a couple notes. Just keep in mind that longer songs are not always a bad thing, because they're worse for getting perfects, obviously, because there's more notes that you can miss. But if you miss a few notes in a stage that's very short, you're going to do worse than if you missed a few notes in a stage that's very long, because the percentage of what you got correct is going to be higher. Forklifter, hungry? Hope you have good reflexes. I swear I don't know where people came up with the idea for some of these games. They're so weird. Dinner time? Pity the food's so far away. Press A to grab the food as it zooms by. I'll try without the cues. Well, the cues make it to where I don't have to do it. Change up the timing. Hooray! So for anybody that knows their music, you know that usually music is done in sets of 4, and that 4 is often the rest beat. By quote-unquote changing up the rhythm, the rest beat is on 1 rather than 4, which means you'll be hitting the button on 4 rather than 3. Stab that ground. Show who's boss. Your fork technique was quite elegant, and your consecutive stabs were excellent, but still just okay. I could eat 2 more dinners. That's probably because you didn't eat that much, dude. You unlock 2-player mode. You can now play with a friend, which at this current point in time I believe is just Forklifter. Oh, hey, low battery. So I'm not going to go for all perfects in the game, but I am going to go for superb for everything. So if I miss one, which is not going to happen that often, but if I do miss one, then I'm going to go back and replay it. Yeah, I think I got it that time. I missed a couple, but not near as many. And your triple stab technique was sublime, yeah. So full, so satisfied. So you actually do get little different ending clips there, depending on if you get superb, try again, or just okay. There isn't one for perfect, though. The perfect medals are more just like trying to 100% the game. Now time for one of my least favorite ones in the game, Tambourine. Ready to play a little Simeon Says on the Tambourine? Not really. Not a fan of this one at all. The only upside to this one is it's short. This is one of my, I wouldn't say it's my least favorite, because I'm trying to think of like what other ones I really don't like, and there's one other that really comes to mind, but this is definitely in the bottom 3. So you hit A to do one of the things. As a reward, I will now switch to English. And then A and B together will do that. So here we go. And thankfully that's it. That one is just really awkward. It gives you a simple instruction. It basically does what most what most teachers are accused of, where it's like, oh, here's a really basic example. Now try to do this one that's about 30 times as harder as what we give you for an example. Obviously, that one's more in sets of 8 than sets of 4, but point still stands, it's not easy. Board meeting. You finally made it to the big office. If you want to impress the chairman, follow your assistant's advice. This one I actually like quite a bit, and this is the one that I had the honor of getting the first perfect of the game that I've ever done on. Because it is a very simple one. Let's get this meeting underway. First, we'll rehearse our presentation of Plan A. Your chair will spin, press A to stop on your turn. So it's 4 beats, and you are number 4. And then on Plan B, you all stop at the same time. Like so. There's not a lot of notes for it, so you can't make that many mistakes, but thankfully it's pretty easy. Presentation of Plan A was a hit, and the board really liked Plan B. What a time we live in. Congratulations, Mr. Chairman. You've learned how to spin in circles in your desk chair. And last of this list is Monkey Watch. This new watch works differently from most. You might want to read the manual to learn how to use it. No one wears watches anymore. They just check their phones, silly. From the Monkey Watch manual, the monkeys high five to show the time. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. From the Monkey Watch manual, some of the monkeys are on offbeats.
1, 2, 3, 4.
One, two, 1, 2, 2. Enjoy your new watch.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
And I missed a lot of notes at the end there. I might not actually get it. Kept time really well. It was really easy to read even far away. Nope, still gave it to me. There are a lot of notes in that one, though, so missing a fair few will not destroy you unless you're going for a perfect. This is without a doubt the cutest watch I've ever owned. As they draw angry eyebrows on him for some important reason, I'm sure. And lastly, Remix 2, which I believe is actually the shortest song in the game. It's only 59 seconds. Let's mix things up. This one's all about hard rock. Are you metal enough? Yeah, dog, I'm metal enough. I can dig it. I mean, it's all purple, so I should be able to. Hopefully that was enough. I missed enough till I could see it not giving me a superb for that one. Nope. Still got it. Alright, cool. I kind of saved myself by doing well on fork lifter there. Fork liver. You played like a 12th level golden rooster. Thank you, I think. Notice if you get a perfect on hole-in-one right now, you'll receive a gift called Golf Lessons. I do want to show one of these off. So, I'm going to fail it once intentionally to show you what happens when you fail. And then I'll actually do it proper. So when you're going for perfect, you'll see the little thing that says go for a perfect, and if you miss, it will get taken off the board. And if you go back onto the screen, you'll notice that the red musical note that was in the bottom right of the go for a perfect symbol is not there anymore. That means you get 3 tries to get the perfect. If you do not, the perfect will shift to another game, or it might just go off the board. It will eventually come back to this, but it will be off the board for the time being. If you've gotten a superb medal on every single stage in the game, then there will always be a perfect, there will always be the go for the perfect option somewhere on the board. Until eventually, in theory, you would get it down to 1 and you would basically keep retrying that stage until you completed it. My personal file has gotten down to 6 that I still need to get a perfect on. But now let's actually complete that challenge, shall we? Fabulous. Congratulations, you got a perfect. Golf lessons. You've earned a gift. Read at the cafe. There are still 49 gifts left to get. Keep going. And then you'll be given that perfect medal on that screen there, and it will stay there for all eternity. So if you're curious to what the gift is, I was practicing all the time, but my golf game just wasn't improving. A friend recommended that I see a golf coach he knew, and I figured it couldn't hurt. I went to our meeting place expecting a middle-aged guy in ugly pants. That wasn't what I got. Hi, you can call me Monkey. I'm going to show some tricks to improve your score. Hello, I'm a mandrill. I help Monkey out sometimes. I thought about asking for their qualifications, but before I knew it, I was showing them my swing. Great form, you just need to work on your timing. And real golfers can hit a ball no matter what, even if it's moving, fast. See that whale that kind of looks like an island out there? When I give you the cue, swing towards that. And remember, it's not with the power. Listen for the monkey's cue and time your swing on that. Not bad, but anyone can get one lucky shot. You're going to have to practice and practice hard. That was the day my real golf education began. Yep, that's the phrase I'd use. Real golf education. So with that, we're going to end things off here. I know that was a very short stream, but I did want to kind of space this out a little bit better for the archives. So hopefully you enjoyed it, and hopefully next time I'll be slightly more awake. I'll be working on the schedule for this week, probably when I wake up later, so you'll probably see it sometime at like a really off hour tonight. But Saturday is going to be reserved for me watching a specific stream rather than being in a specific stream or doing one, because Minecraft Hardcore Season 3 is finally starting up again, but I am not in this season. However, since I still do the TV Tropes pages, I need to be watching the streams and knowing what's going on in order to add to that. And based on what I've seen for their ideas for Season 3, I'm kind of glad I'm on the bench for this one. I can see why they benched certain people for this one, namely in the winners, but I will not spoil any more. You'll have to check that out on Saturday, and I'll still make an announcement about that as well when I figure out what time they're going to start. I believe it will still be the usual time of 6, but I will figure that out as we go on. In the meantime, thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed either watching or rewatching Rhythm Heaven Fever. Is a very fun game, and if you're looking for a game to try out, I would recommend this one or Megamix. Megamix is probably easier to get your hands on than this game is, since it's on digital download for 3DS. But if you like what you see, Rhythm Heaven Megamix is not a bad game to pick up and enjoy. In the meantime, I will see you guys sometime during the middle of the week. Since I can't do streaming on Saturday, I will probably start doing a couple midweek streams, or at least one. So until then, take care, and see you guys in the next one. Later.